So the next topic is an algebra of propositions. A proposition in a compound proposition can be replaced by one that is equivalent to it without changing the truth value of a compound proposition. By this way we can construct a new equivalences. That is in order to verify the validity of any given statement, sometimes we need to replace the given compound proposition with an equivalent form, and without changing a truth value of the given compound proposition we can replace the given compound proposition with an equivalent compound proposition, and that can be done with the help of laws of an algebra. And that we apply the laws of algebra for the propositions, and here I have given a table of laws of algebra. We have given a table of laws of algebra of propositions, and here we have a different rules. That is name of the law, its primal form and its dual form. First, idempotent law, that is the first law we need to learn. It is given by the disjunction of P or P is nothing but P always, and its dual form is taken with respect to the conjunction. P conjunction P is equivalent to P. And the next one is an identity law. The primal form of an identity law is given by the disjunction of P and F is always P, and the dual form is the conjunction of P and T is always P. The next one is the dominant law. It is given the primal form as the disjunction of P or T is equivalent to T, and the dual form of that is the conjunction of P and F is equivalent to F. The next law is complement law. Complement law, the primal form is given by the disjunction of P or negation P is equivalent to T, and its dual form is the conjunction of P and negation P is false. The next one is a commutative law. Commutative law, the primal form is given by the disjunction of P or Q is nothing but the disjunction of Q or P, and its dual form is defined as the conjunction of P and Q is equivalent to the conjunction of Q and P. And the next law is an associative law. It is given as the disjunction of the primal form of an associative law is given as the disjunction of P or Q or R is equivalent to the P disjunction Q disjunction R, and its primal dual form is given by with respect to the conjunction as P conjunction Q conjunction R is equivalent to P conjunction Q conjunction R. And the next one is a distributive law, a very important law that we regularly apply as an equivalent form for the given compound proposition. The distributive law is given by P disjunction Q conjunction R. Here we use the two connectives, conjunction as well as a disjunction. P disjunction Q conjunction R is equivalent to P disjunction Q and P disjunction R, and its dual form is given as P conjunction Q disjunction R is equivalent to P conjunction Q disjunction P conjunction R. And the next law is an absorption law. Absorption law, the primal form of an absorption law is given by the disjunction P disjunction P conjunction Q is equivalent to P itself, and the dual form is given by P conjunction P disjunction Q is equivalent to P. And finally, the very important law is a De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law is given by the primal form is given by negation of P disjunction Q is equivalent to negation P conjunction negation Q, and its dual form is given by negation of P conjunction Q is equivalent to negation P disjunction negation Q. So these are all the very important laws we have to remember, and all these are very much useful in replacing a compound proposition with an equivalent compound proposition without changing the truth value. And some of the equivalent forms which involving the conditional, and we can establish these results with the help of truth tables. Let us discuss one by one. The first one is the conditional P implies Q we can replace with an equivalent form negation P or Q. And how we are replacing this? If we construct a truth table, we can understand the truth value of P implies Q as well as negation P or Q both are same. And here the truth value doesn't change. So this P implies Q is an equivalent form of a negation P or Q. Similarly, we can consider that equivalent forms of the remaining terms. The second one is P implies Q can also be taken as an equivalent form negation Q implies negation P. And this negation Q implies negation P is also known as a contrapositive of the implication P implies Q. The third one is P or Q can also be taken as negation P implies Q. And similarly, the conjunction of P and Q can also be taken as a negation of P implies negation Q. And then next one is negation of P implies Q can be equivalent to P conjunction negation Q. And the next one is P implies Q conjunction P implies R is an equivalent to P implies Q conjunction R. P implies R conjunction Q implies R is an equivalent to P disjunction Q implies R. And the next one, the P implies Q disjunction P implies R is an equivalent to P implies Q disjunction R. And similarly, P implies R disjunction Q implies R is an equivalent to P conjunction Q implies R. And all these equivalent forms we can check it out with the help of truth tables by constructing a truth tables. And some more equivalent forms with respect to the biconditional are also provided here. The first one is P implies and implied by Q is an equivalent form of P implies Q and Q implies P. The second one is the P implies and implied by Q is equivalent to negation P implied and implied by negation Q. And similarly, P implies and implied by Q is an equivalent to P conjunction Q disjunction negation P conjunction negation Q. And now let us discuss some problems. Here the mathematical statement verifying the equivalent form of a given mathematical statement without constructing the truth tables. The first problem is negation P implies Q implies R is an equivalent form of Q implies P disjunction R. Let us consider the LHS part. Negation P implies Q implies R, and this is an equivalent form of P disjunction Q implies R, and this is equivalent to P disjunction negation Q disjunction R. Then we can apply the associative law and we can write the same given compound proposition as P disjunction negation Q disjunction R. And by now applying the commutative law, we can replace that the compound proposition as negation Q disjunction P disjunction R, which is an equivalent to negation Q disjunction P disjunction R. That is, we are applying an associative law, and this is in the form of negation P or Q. That is nothing but P implies Q. So we can replace the given compound proposition negation Q disjunction P disjunction R as Q implies P disjunction R, and that is our required RHS part. So we have constructed this problem without using the truth tables and with the help of laws of algebra and equivalent forms. And let us consider similarly the second problem. We have to prove that P implies Q implies R as an equivalent to P implies negation Q disjunction R, and which is also equivalent to P conjunction Q implies R. First, let us consider the leftmost part. P implies Q implies R. This is in the form of P implies Q. Let us take that inner part within the bracket Q implies R, which is in the form of P implies Q. This can be replaced with an equivalent form negation Q R, negation Q disjunction R. So the given P implies Q implies R can be taken as P implies negation Q disjunction R. And again this is in the form of P implies Q. So this is equivalent to negation P disjunction negation Q disjunction R. Now by applying an associative law we can replace that with negation P disjunction negation Q disjunction R. And this is with the help of De Morgan's law we can replace this compound proposition as negation of P conjunction Q disjunction R. This is nothing but equivalent to P conjunction Q implies R. And now let us take a problem, a mathematical statement, a compound proposition which we are going to prove it as a tautology. So that is without constructing a truth table and with the help of laws of algebra and some of the equivalent forms we can prove the given statement as a tautology without constructing a truth tables. Let us discuss this. The given statement is that P disjunction Q and negation of negation P conjunction negation Q disjunction negation R disjunction negation P conjunction negation Q disjunction negation P conjunction negation R. This is the given statement to us. Now in this, first we remove the negations with the help of a De Morgan's law, and that can be done in this step 2. That is given with the help of De Morgan's law. We can replace that as P disjunction Q conjunction negation of negation P conjunction negation of Q conjunction R. So here we apply the De Morgan's law. Disjunction negation of P disjunction Q disjunction negation of P disjunction R. And again we apply the De Morgan's once again and we can obtain an equivalent form as P disjunction Q conjunction P disjunction Q conjunction R disjunction negation of P disjunction Q disjunction negation of P disjunction R. And again now by applying a distributive law we get this equivalent form, and upon applying the idempotent as well as the De Morgan's law we can get this result which is an equivalent form. And finally that we have obtained with the help of idempotent and De Morgan's law we obtained that P disjunction Q and P disjunction R disjunction negation of P disjunction Q and P disjunction R. So one is a complement of the other, then we can have that which is equivalent to T, as we know that the idempotent law says that P disjunction negation P is equivalent to T. So finally we obtained T as an answer of the given statement. So the given statement is a tautology. Now let us have the tautological implication. A compound proposition is said to be a tautologically imply or simply imply the compound proposition B if B is true. whenever A is true, or equivalently if and only if A implies B is a tautology, and is denoted by this notation. You can observe that this is a notation. Tautological implication. A compound proposition A is said to be tautologically implied or simply implied the compound proposition B if B is true whenever A is true, or we can also equivalently write that it is A implies B is a tautology, and it is denoted by this notation. For example, P is tautologically implied to PRQ. That is, P implication P disjunction Q is a tautology, and that can be verified by constructing a truth table. And this is happened whenever P is true. And I have taken a problem. Prove the following implication with the help of truth tables that P implies Q implies R is tautologically implied to P implies Q implies P implies R. And here we know the rule that tautological implication of A and B if and only if A implies B is a tautology. And now you consider the required propositions P, Q, R and the required compound propositions like P implies R, P implies Q implies R, P implies Q, P implies R, and the resultant value of the given compound proposition. And by constructing the truth table for the given propositions, because it is a 3 variables we can have 8 rows of truth values. By assigning the truth values for the variables P, Q, R, we can build the truth values of the compound propositions, and finally we can obtain the resultant value of the given statement. That is, the last column of the given table is all the truth values as T, and since it represents all the truth values are obtained as a T, the given problem is a tautology. So hence the given statement is a tautology. And for your understanding, you can consider this problem and you can verify the tautological implication of the given compound statement. And now let us verify the same tautological implication form with the help of without constructing truth tables. So suppose if this is a given statement, P disjunction Q conjunction P implies R conjunction Q implies R is tautologically implied to R, and this can be proved that we require to prove that P disjunction Q conjunction P implies R conjunction Q implies R implied R is a tautology. And with the help of an equivalent form as well as laws of algebra, we can arrive the tautology by upon simplification of the given problem. That you just go through the steps one by one by applying the identity law, dominant law, distributive law, all these equivalent forms, we can get finally a tautology. And similarly, you consider the second problem, P disjunction negation P implies Q implies P disjunction negation P implies R is tautologically implied to Q implies R. So here we can prove this, a simple problem. We can prove this by applying the laws of algebra and an equivalent forms. Similarly, we can get upon simplification we get a tautology. That is, the T is an answer of the given problem.